Alright guys, I'm at Locals and we're playing some generic fighting game. I don't know what it's called. It was called Jackie Chan. And it looks like a ripoff of Mortal Kombat. You in there on it, Christian? But yeah, man, we're gonna do another Yu-Gi-Oh tournament today. I'm still playing Heroes. Yeah, should be really fun because I made some changes to my deck last night. Set it to like 3 in the morning, just making those changes, and it's gonna be lit. Like, I'm main decking things like triple tax, modified my side deck, and I added the Blaze Man so I can do that combo I made in my shorts. If you guys haven't seen that combo, make sure y'all check it out. But yeah, man, like I always tell you guys, with all the being said, let's get into it. Without further ado, let's begin. Don't play generic games like this. It's terrible. Look at this dog water. Alright guys, coming into round one, ended up playing against Pure Kashtira, so I guess people are starting to try to deck early, and my opponent tried to start off with a Kashtira monster effect to search his deck, and I had Imperm, then he used a spell, bring out another one, and I just Impermed again. He tributed for another one, I believe. And I just Impermed again, and then popped off in the OTK. It was kind of lucky for me to have double Imperm, because he probably could have popped off, and yeah, that saved my tail. Coming into game two, I forgot what I sided. I was debating on siding an evenly matched. And I think I just opted for Lightning Storm. I'm not going to draw it, however. I am going to draw an Imperm, which helped slow my opponent down. He ended up setting 2 pass, and on my turn, I'm finna just go for another quick OTK. I'm just reading everything and double checking, make sure I don't make any misplays like I always do. But yeah, man, Heroes OP. I'm going to catch you guys in the next clip, man. Y'all stay tuned. Alright guys, round one is over. Into playing against Pure Caster, subscriber of mine. What up, bro? Nice meeting you. Pretty good duel, and yeah, I just had the outs. Imperm was what really won me the games, both games. Imperm into OTKs, it was insane. I'm about to open up my packs right now. I'm a little tired. I had a long day today. Went to the gym, did some deadlift training, and let's see, big money. Let's see if I get some good packs. Come on, I pulled an ulti last week. So I was hoping I pulled another ulti. Got a Herald Orange Light. I'll take it. Even though it's not worth anything anymore. Car used to be like $10 at one point? Yeah. It was money. All right, man. Let's see what else I pulled.
Let's see that ulti ray.
Man. Pull another ulti ray. Get the play set if I can get rid of them. Another Herald. This would have been good, like literally like before the ban list. This would have been insane. Because everybody wanted that card. But yeah, man, I think it's going to be a big tournament. It's like 15 people here, so should be 3 or 4 rounds, give or take. But yeah, man, so far so good. Deck's playing good. I'll catch you guys in the next clip. Y'all stay tuned. All right, guys, coming into round 2 of the tournament, ended up playing against Ishizu. Tier limits, my boy Baker. It's pretty good player. Top 8 regionals here and there. And yeah, man, I won the die roll. Lucky for me, started out going first. And I'm going to try to pop off standard hero play, turbo into Dark Law. You guys already know the drill. He did have a bestial monster, which sucks. However, I did open up rivalry, which is really good for me because even though he bestialed I believe he bestialed my Mally, if I'm not mistaken. My hand was so good. I had rivalry. Rivalry locked him into the dragons, and he pretty much couldn't do anything but summon another bestial. And he didn't know I had a mash change, which allowed me to make Dark Law. And he really couldn't run anything over, so he's just gonna scoop it up because Sunrise is boosting the field. Coming into game 2, I probably would have won this game. However, he is going to end up hitting a mill for 10. Like, his mills are just insane. And he got, like, 3 fusions off of that. Like, damn near twice. And that kind of sucks because, for me at least, like, I'm like, oh, my God, like, your mills are really good. And I also play Error, too. He used his, a lot of effects during my main phase. No, sorry, during my draw phase. And I had a triple tax in hand because my strategy was, coming into his game, was to make Trinity and just OTK. That's the reason why I like Vision Hero Trinity, is because it can just steal games. I know when your opponent's feeling really comfortable. And at that point in this game, I was really thinking about, man, maybe I should be trying to either side decking in Droplet or maining Droplet again. Only because, like, in a scenario like that, Droplet, Trinity, OTK really easily. And I wouldn't have to worry about just trying to get over this field. It'd just be easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? So, nevertheless, I did that misplay with triple tags. Couldn't do anything. I'm thinking about what I'm going to do with Stratos, and he just had way too much advantage. And yeah, I'm just sitting here thinking, like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Overthinking my plays, like always, and waiting for him to negate. I was actually expecting him to negate. He shuffled back everything, did what he supposed to do, did another mill. And that second mill, which led him to the double negation of the Dracosilia and the Dark World monsters was still the deal for me. I couldn't do anything after that. Like, if it wasn't for that, I would have won guaranteed. But it is what it is. Coming to game 3, I'm going to go first. I'm going to turbo out Dark Law. And even though he's going to out Dark Law, it's not going to be enough for him to beat me because I am going to have Rivalry as well. But he's going to make that fusion monster that can pop 3. But it wasn't enough. I had increase, and that was all he had. And I'm going to follow up my win with a Trinity play. So, yeah, man, I won game 2 against Tournaments. Catch you guys on the next clip. Y'all stay tuned. Alright guys, round 2 is over. Ended up beating Yugioh tier in game 3. Rivalry won me both games, hands down, I ain't even gonna lie. But what won me game 3 was not only Rivalry, but Trinity. He had a monster on board, and it was getting close in time. I just made Trinity, searched out the freaking Shiny, no, not Shiny, Honest Neos. What am I saying? I'm a little sleepy. So I had Honest Neos, I had Stratos. I was gonna hit him for like 63, but time was called and I was up on life. So 2 more rounds left, man. So far the list is playing good. Like I said, last week it was doing good. It just I was a little rusty with the deck. Now that the rust is gone, your boy is back playing heroes. Yeah. Give me a little axe throwing in this. At the point of the video, like the video. Get the video up to 500 likes. It'd be awesome. Let's go. But yeah, man, that was an interesting game, man. Yugioh Tears is good, but when heroes is using like Rivalry and cards like Triple Tax is insane. Oh, there we go. Like Triple Tax, honestly, I feel like it should be a staple in every deck because everyone's doing stuff on your turn and they can try to play around it by doing things during the draw phase, but they got to use this effect during the main phase anyway. But yeah, Triple Tax is amazing. That helped me out a lot. Round 3 just got called. I'm going to catch you guys after that next round, so y'all stay tuned. Alright guys, went to round 3. I played against Yugioh Naturia, and this was a deck that if I was using Crystal Beast, I'd be extremely comfortable with because I know that matchup very well considering my Crystal Beast deck. I've played against this deck multiple times. However, Heroes, not so likely. Opponent started off popping off. I didn't even know a lot of the cards got extra effects with the whole, you know that trap card that they got, that Yugioh trap card in the graveyard. So, my opponent was hitting me with the Baguska because I did have plays for days because his hand wasn't that great, luckily for me. However, considering I couldn't do anything, he made Baguska pass because he was trying to draw his better cards, and I made Baguska to slow him down because like my hand was like, man, I couldn't OTK because of his Baguska, and I was scared to try to pop off because of his back row. So this was literally a mono-e-mono Baguska battle. We were playing for a while, and once his Baguska leaves the field on his next turn, that's when I'm gonna make my onslaught to pop off. He did have Bestials to save his tail, but Dark Law and my Baguska gonna attack mode is gonna help me out. And I'm just putting pressure on the board, but I just don't think he could get around Dark Law. And I am seeing right here he is gonna scoop this game up because, like I said, with a lot of these decks, man, Dark Law is a one-sided macrocosmos. He's a boss monster, man. Like that floodgate is real. Sometimes you can't out a floodgate. It's GG, no ring. As you guys are about to see in this game, coming into game 2, I didn't have no hand traps. I had all spells in my hand. And he pretty much is gonna start off with Nat Beast, which sucked, and he's gonna mill me for 5 because of the Naturia. So, considering he Nat Beast me and had the Yugioh monster, it was kind of like, yeah. My only out to that was like Stratos into Honest Neos, which is why you run Honest Neos for stuff like that. I know some hero players don't like running Honest Neos, and I'm like, bro, you need Honest Neos for those random floodgate scenarios. Unfortunately, I didn't have Stratos, so it didn't matter, or an Honest Neos with a hero monster for that matter, but in that scenario, it would have helped me a lot. Game 3, I started off, my opponent did have Droll, and he had a cat. I guess he sided in the Kishtira package. I'm like, man, didn't expect him to have Kishtiras, but that package is pretty popular in the metagame. He did send this trap. I did side in Skullmeister, a card I've been loving because against random decks like this, you can just shut off a gray artifact. And I was trying to think of ways I can come back in this game, but it was just kind of hard, and I couldn't put enough damage on board with Trinity, so I just did enough to do heavy damage. And that was pretty much it. But if it wasn't for that one monster negating my effects, I probably could have OTK'd him. I couldn't pop off because he had too much effect negation. And GG no re. Alright guys, so I got clapped around 3 against freaking Yugioh Naturia. So game 1, Dark Law won a game, essentially. Game 2, it was a back and forth. Actually, it wasn't back and forth. Game 1 was back and forth, but I won with Dark Law. Game 2, he won because they set up Nat Beast. I opened up all spells with like I opened up Fusion Destiny, Denier, Mally, and I think in Shuffle game 2. That was terrible. Game 3, I could have made Dark Law, but of course he had Probe. So I was gonna go for I was gonna do a lot of stuff with Ferris, but he had Dro. So I set up defenses, and we did a little bit of back and forth, but he ended up getting it. I almost came back with Trinity, because I'm playing Trinity. And I was going normal summon Stratos, Ash, Shadow Mist. I had 3 monsters. Trinity. If he had another monster in attack mode, and or if he didn't have a guy that negated my monster effects, I would have won that turn. But he did it properly. He didn't have a lot of monsters on 4, and I lost. GG, no freaking re. So yeah, man, it was a fun game. It just, sometimes you just lose to the outs, and my opponent decided to draw. What can you do? So I'm going to catch you guys after the last round, man. Y'all stay tuned. All right, guys, went to the final round. I played against the same Source Soul player from last week that's visiting from Europe. And I lost the die roll, run Snake Eyes. And you guys already know, considering I'm not running Forbidden Droplet, like, Source Soul is a very hard matchup for heroes. Even during, like, at the peak of the Source Soul format, like, even when everyone was fighting Token Collectors at 3, this matchup was always a hard matchup for me because, like, their deck just directly counters my deck so much. Like, Dark Law does nothing. It kind of slows down the Tenyi engine. However, with their new support, that part don't even matter anymore. And on top of that, they can set up multiple interruptions like a Baron with the Effect Negator. And if I use it on OTK them on my turn, I lose. And they have that trap as well. Like, it's a really easy board to break when you have, like, Droplet. You can bait the trap, but I don't have those things. And you guys can see, like, I'm outing his field and we're going back and forth. However, that deck can just come back so easily. And I flip Rivalry, which did nothing. And, like, this is, like, the only matchup Rivalry is bad against. So, he did pop off. He used the Sorcerer Trap. It just, there's only so much my skill can carry me in this matchup, because my deck just gets directly countered by this deck. Luckily for me, I am siding the Token Collector, because I told you guys I'm not losing to this deck anymore, and I said F that. After last week I lost. I'm siding Token Collector, because this is like one of the only decks that's rogue, that's still heavily played, that destroys me. So siding into 3 Token Collectors, 3 Solemn Judgments. I'm going to draw the Solemn Judgment. I'm not going to draw the Token Collector, unfortunately. However, I'm going to set up a strong field. My opponent's going to OTK me because he's going to Pot of Desires for 10. There's going to be a bunch of stuff banished. And he's going to bring out the Synchro monster that gets boosted by 100 for each banish. And minus an opponent's monster by 100 for each banish. And since I have 4k life, it was GG no re. Random scenario, but crap happens. We'll catch you guys on the next clip, man. Y'all stay tuned. All right, I got destroyed again by Source Soul. Same player from last week. Game 1, he went first. Hold on, they went. Yeah, I rolled Snake Eyes. He went first. I tried to break the board and come back, but it couldn't do anything. Game 2, I went first. Set up Dark Law, DPE, Judgment. He went Pot of Desires, draw 2. Into, what was the guy you went into? Shishao, what was his name? What was the synchro guy you made? Shishao. The synchro that boosts his attack power. I got wrecked. He wrecked me again.
Wait, you're talking about the guy that OTK?
Yeah, OTK me. Yeah, that guy. Shangyan, yeah. So he made Shangyan OTK me. I thought I was good because I'm like, well, he can't do anything, right? But no, Shangyan reduces my monster by 16. Source Soul best deck, apparently. It's funny because I'm siding Token Collector, right? And didn't draw it.
You ain't have a good day today.
I didn't. I started off good, though. I beat the meta decks. I beat freaking Kashtira, Pure, and I beat Ishizu Tier, but that Source Soul matchup was a bitch, I'll tell you guys, man. But I had fun, though. Like, I ain't even tripping. It just, I played a good game, but Rivalry does nothing in Source Soul, and Dark Law really doesn't do anything in Source Soul. And unless I draw Token Collector, I'm screwed. But good thing, Source Soul ain't a meta deck. It's more of a roguish deck now. However, started off good, man. List is good. My deck list is still playing good, though. Lost against Notorious, game 3, like, whatever. That was a either way. I almost won game 1, though. It just, he came back because he burnt me a lot with the Source Soul synchros. Burn me for 12, he burned me for 12 like 4 times. That was like 4,600 damage. If it wasn't for that, I would have OTK'd him game 1 with Trinity because he was low on life, but shoulda, coulda, woulda, doesn't matter. So my boy Brandon over here doing good, everybody over here doing good, except me. But nevertheless, I'm gonna catch you guys in the last clip of the day, so y'all stay tuned. All right, guys, back at home now. So yeah, man, keep losing his freaking source though, bro. The second week in a row. So today's tournament was really good, right? Started off strong, beating Kastira, the pure build. I mean, the deck's not complete yet because the new support ain't dropped. So that was kind of like a pretty good game for me, considering I opened up Imperm twice, and Kastira is one of those decks as it stands right now. If you Imperm them twice, like, I mean, double hand trap shuts down any road deck. So that game was solid. I beat Yugioh tier. Yugioh Tearlaments, really strong deck. Somehow I was able to beat it. Trinity got me game 3. My hero deck grinded with it, and honestly, since I know the hero deck so well, I just played smart. Playing around the what's that? What are those cards? Bestials have been working in my favor. Still debating if I want to main deck Bestials yet. I haven't decided. Keep losing the Sword Soul matchup, like I said. Playing against the same player, pretty cool dude. I'm considering, because I even spoke to the dude. He told me I probably should be main deck and Droplet. I'm like, yeah, I'm probably going to either main Droplet or side it for if I play against Sora Soul or whatever road deck. I just don't know how I feel about Droplet this format, because Droplet is a card. Well, when the format changed, I switched from Heroes to Crystal Beasts, as you guys remember. But for you guys that are new, you guys don't know that. So considering I switched from Hero to Crystal Beasts at the start of the format, I didn't use Droplet in my Crystal Beast. My Crystal Beast deck was all gas, just comboing out. And Droplet, you didn't really need it, right? Now, for Heroes, again, I can beat meta decks, but those rogue matchups, like Sorso is such a strong deck right now. They set up the board, and if you don't have the negate, it kind of pops off. Yeah, it just sucks so freaking bad. I even sided the Token Collector, didn't draw it. Nevertheless, I think Droplets, I gotta modify my side deck. The changes I made to my deck from last week to this week was I moved triple tax from the side deck to the main deck, and I loved it. I'm not gonna change it at all. Triple tax is so powerful for this format. If you guys are not playing it in your main, I highly recommend this main deck in 3. Bestials, the Yugioh cards. It was almost live. Now, I do have people playing around it, doing stuff during the draw phase, but even then, like, they're still going to use effects during your turn. During the main phase, like Ash and not Impermanent, like Ash, Bestial monsters, mid combo, and etc. So I'm loving the triple attacks. I didn't really get to use what was that stupid card called? E-Hero Blaze Man as much, because the combos that I made with them didn't come up. However, the list played good still. It didn't really brick. I'm not missing Plasma at all. Outside of for the Sword Soul matchup, Plasma's pretty good against that matchup. I'm not really missing anything. I just got to figure out what I'm going to do for these rogue strategies. I know Sword Soul is not the only good rogue deck. There's other ones like the Yugioh that I lost against, and that was mainly due to me I can't out on the turret Nat Beast. They make the Nat Beast, there's nothing you can do, right? So post your thoughts and opinions about this video in the comment section down below. Do you guys have issues with rogue decks, but when you go to tournaments, you're prepared for meta decks? Like, I truly believe if I go to our regionals with this deck list, I can do really good. Not saying I'm going to win every game, but with triple tax in the main, my side deck is lit so far. And just seeing how consistent it is, Dark Law DP, it's pretty good, man. It's not as strong as it used to be prior to the this new format because of the bestials. However, the deck list is still strong. So pretty excited to see how I do next week. But yeah, man, post your thoughts and opinions about this video. Comment section down below. Like the video if you're new here. If you guys want to subscribe for more, subscribe more. It's your boy Rogue Hero, bringing you guys another awesome vlog, and I'm signing out. Peace. See you guys in the next video.